Whenever you buy an ice cream cone or a CD or new clothes, you pay an extra 4 to 6 cents on every dollar. That's called the sales tax. And it's one way that the state of Georgia and local governments pay for the services that they provide. Our tax dollars cover services so basic that we often take them for granted. That is, until it's a matter of life and death. It is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, and sometimes the most exciting. Brave men and women who put themselves at risk every day in order to keep us safe.
We're taking these windows out to relieve some of the heat off, and we're going to start trying to take some of these burglar bars off. If things go bad and they got to get out, they got away.
Stephen Woodworth is one of a dozen firefighters of Atlanta's Fire Station 4. With an average of 20 calls a day, his squad is one of the busiest in the state. The captain of the firehouse is Billy Shoemaker. He says around here, no 2 days are alike, and that's one reason he always wanted to be a fireman.
As a kid, my dad had a good friend that was a fireman, and we'd go see him, and man, I thought, that's got to be the greatest thing in the world, to get on a red truck, ride up and down the road, slide up and down a pole, climb ladders. I mean, to me, that's what I always wanted to do, and I guess this is kind of like a lifelong dream coming true.
Today's firefighters still slide down poles, at least at stations more than 1 story high. They say that tradition started not only to save time, but also to avoid spooking the horses, back when fire engines really were horse-powered. Some challenges that faced firefighters at the turn of the century are still there today.
When you go in a house, all you feel is heat. You can hold your hand in front of your face and you can't see your hand. I mean, it's pitch black dark. As you go down the hallway, you don't walk or run like they do on TV. You crawl because you might have a hole in the floor you fall in. The way you know you get to the fire is if you feel heat on the right side of your face, you know it's to the right. If you feel on the left, you know it's to the left.
The fire department is now testing a new high-tech gizmo called the Iris helmet, an amazing tool that actually lets you see in the dark.
This is an infrared camera mounted on a helmet, and this helps us see through smoke. And you'll see black and white in there. Everything that's white is hot, and the darker colors are cooler. It enables you to look through smoke so you can find if there's somebody trapped. Rather than having to crawl around and feel for them, you can just look around and see where they are. Makes things much quicker and easier.
It's real neat.
Just one camera costs about $23,000.
Pretty expensive.
That's why we don't have them on every fire truck.
The men of Fire Station 4 are like family. They eat together, sleep together, work together from 7 in the morning until 7 the next morning. 24 hours on the job, 48 hours off. They answer every call, knowing it might be their last.
You gotta have heart, the will to keep going, survive, to do good, to save lives.
Stanley Morrow found out he has the will to survive. It was November of 1993, and the floor of this burning house gave way, dumping him and 3 other firemen into the flames below. Rescued by fellow firefighters, but badly burned, he spent 3 weeks in the hospital getting patched up.
They did surgery skin graft. They took skin from another part of my body to put to the part of the body that it was burnt off. That part is no fun. I love my job and I'd do it again. I mean, this type job, to me, it's fun. It's supposed to be work, but it's fun. And I do it again. That's one pain I don't want to ever go through again.
When the alarm goes off, every second counts. Atlanta firefighters have 4 minutes to get to the scene of an emergency. They wear what's called turnout gear, steel-plated boots, thermal-lined jackets, special gloves. Even so, you can get burned.
As you can see, my hands were burned. I was wearing all my protective gear, but sometimes you really can't fight the elements.
Turnout gear weighs 30 to 40 pounds, and the trick is you only have 1 minute to put it on.
Now you know what it's like getting dressed for a real fire.
These are heavy.
Firefighters nowadays do more than fight fires. This night, the squad rescued a man who had fallen down a sharp 30-foot embankment.
Be sure and double check that hook. I know you got your hands full, just you don't have to acknowledge.
They handle many of the same emergencies as the police, including train derailments, gas leaks, even car wrecks. And when this crew swings into action, all that training kicks in. From the vent masters chopping a hole in the roof to the search and rescue team inside, each firefighter knows what to do, and they all depend on each other.
Anytime the bell rings, you stand a chance of not coming back. So therefore, you know, I live with these guys 1/3 of your life, so we kind of get a camaraderie, you know, between us. And there ain't a man here that wouldn't, you know, go to bat for the other one or give up his life for another man. I mean, you just build that kind of relationship.
Nobody hurt? House still standing? Yeah, well done.